Hello everybody, this is Kiri111 presenting you my Junken LaDD deck. So, first of all I will start with an apology for my bad English. This is my first time uploading a video with my voice on YouTube, so forgive me. Okay, let's start with Light and Darkness Dragon. Overall great control card. Sacrifice 2 monsters, bring out Light and Darkness Dragon, and makes your opponent to waste 2 till 5 cards to get rid of him, and you can special summon a monster after when it's destroyed. So in my opinion, one of the greatest cards in the game for controlling your opponent. Dark Armed Dragons, this deck runs plenty of darks and has decent grave control, so why not use him? Gore's pretty much staple, OTK stopper, one of the game changing cards, yeah, so it's here. 2 copies of Kai's the Shadow Monarch. In my opinion, the best monarch the deck provides with a lot of tribute options, so yes, it's here. Kai, Chaos Sorcerer. Great card overall, would love it to be back to 2. The deck runs lots of lights and darks, so it's easy to summon him. Basic +1 card, so yeah, love it. Cyber Dragon, 2 copies of Cyber Dragons, free special summon, 2100 beat stick, light, pretty nice card for aggressive play. Yes, that's the reason why it's here. 2 copies of Debris Dragon, one of my favorite tuners in the game. In this deck it has a lot of targets, 10 if I'm not mistaken. The most basic play you want to do with him is summon him, get back your Dandelion, Black Rose the field, and get 2 tokens. That's a game-changing move and one of my personal favorites. Next card, Junk Synchron, also a great Synchron tuner monster, great to use with your Raikos in the grave or Plague Spider Zombie, and yes, give me an access to the Synchron monsters that I can summon with Debris Dragon. Sangan, the best searcher in the game, pretty self-explanatory, so yes, move on. Card Trooper, love this card in here. Summon him, mill 3, hopefully mill Dandelion, Plague Spider or something else useful. Run over opponent's monster, then your opponent kills it, you get a card. It's searchable by Sangan, it's the Debris Dragon target, pretty perfect in here. 2 copies of Dandelion, one of the most broken combo cards in the game in my opinion. Has a lot of options and a lot of combos with this card, so yeah, definitely wouldn't miss it. Night Assailant, pretty long time haven't used this card. This is first deck and it actually works really nice in here. It's Debris target, it's dark, its second effect is quite useful as well if you use it with Bryanek, Hand Destruction or Karma Cut to get back your Raiko or Magical Merchant, so yeah. Plague Spider Zombie, pretty self-explanatory, one of the greatest tuners in the game, great to be milled with or discarded, free special summon. Raiko the Lightborn Hunter, great first turn set, junk target, debris target, great when you flip it, destroy opponent's back row or monster or whatever you want, usually you pick back rows though. Then you mill 3 and start your combos running. Magical Merchant, really fun card, you never know how many cards you will mill with it. Mills only monsters, that's the upside, you won't mill any spell and trap cards, that's pretty perfect. And yes, really fun card to use. 1 copy of Treeborn Frog. I don't like using 2 copies, 2 is overkill and second dead usually. But yes, overall pretty great card, great combos with enemy controller, great tribute fooder. That's the reason why it's here. 2 copies of Pot of Avarice. The deck provides you with a lot of milling, therefore it's no problem to get 5 monsters in the grave. Also great to reuse your Light and Darkness Dragon, Caius, and all the other big monsters. Great to recycle your Black Rose so you can nuke the field again. One of my favorite cards, and basic +1. Brain Control, staple, should have been banned in my opinion. great for synchro summoning, tributing, mind control. In my opinion, as broken as brain control, can take opponents face down monsters, use flip effects, then synchro with them. Yeah, definitely great card. Heavy Storm, pretty much staple, kills all back row, 2 copies of enemy controller. In this deck it's great combo card with 3-born frog in standby phase. You tribute 3-born frog, take control of opponent's monster, bring back 3-born frog, synchro, do whatever you like. Oh, also great to protect your monsters, great with dandelion tokens. Just love how the card works in this deck. Hand Destruction, its technical -1 card might help your opponent, but I chose it to balance out your hands. It's great to discard Dandelions, Night Assailant, Reborn Frog, other cards you don't need at the moment to dig further in your deck. Yes, Foolish Burial, one of the greatest combo cards in the game. One of the greatest places to Foolish Burial Dandelions, summon, get 2 tokens, summon Debris Dragon, bring back Dandelion, synchro for Stardust, and you get 3 tokens. And Stardust on the field, great opening move, sets up a lot of plays for you. Basic trap lineup, 2 bottomless trap hole, useful against most of the decks. Screws up, definitely a lot of them. Call of the Haunted, one of the great 3 revival cards, only one that's available, so it's here. Mirror Force, so-called middle finger. Also, it's not as good as it used to be because of all that Stardust spam that's going around, and Breaker at 3, but still pretty useful. Torrential Tribute, in my opinion, one of the greatest trap cards, can stop your opponent's big plays, game-changing card, definitely. Trap Dash Shoot, people tend to say that this card wins the games by itself and so on. Not proven so useful to me, but still a great first turn setup. You can predict your opponent's moves, it's a great control card, and therefore it's in here. This is control deck overall. 2 copies of Karma Cut, play it over Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, like it better, better to remove their Dandelions and 3-born frogs, not to top deck them. Discard cost is not a problem, combined with Dandelion, 3-born frog, Night Assailant, all other cards that you don't need in the moment. I haven't made a base side decks, these are the cards that I have been testing in the decks. Yeah, you can add second Light and Darkness Dragon, you can try out a lot of variations of the deck, but the basic system of the deck is to mill and to provide tributes with your Dandelions, 3-born frog, and other low-level monsters, gain control using Raikos, Night Assailant, blowing the field, Caiuses, and definitely Light and Darkness Dragon, and finally overwhelm your opponent with your card advantage, basically. So how the deck works? This is pretty graveyard heavy deck that bases on graveyard. Your main target is to mill as much as possible in the beginning, hopefully to mill Dandelions, Plague Spreaders, all the other cards that activate while sent to the graveyard or in the graveyard. Then start controlling the game with Caiuses, Light and Darkness Dragon, Dark Iron Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, and other cards, and eventually win the duel. Yes, won't be explaining you extra deck, pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. So yeah, hope you liked the deck. Later.